morning, everyone. I am Kyla Valencia from St. Ignatius of Loyola. How is the feeling when you smell smoke coming from the cigarette? Are you worried about yourself every time you encounter a smoker? Because as we all know, smoking is a habit that's very dangerous to our health. Smoking cigarette contains 4,000 chemicals that can lead us to many cancers. It also has the well-known addictive chemical that called nicotine. According to the American Cancer Society, nicotine is highly addictive and can reach your brain in just 6 seconds. That's why many people can stop it, because once you try it, you can't get over it. Most smoker believes that it can help them to calm down, forget their suicidal thoughts, and give them a peace of mind, while non-smoker considered it as a plague. Everyone have their own perception and beliefs to this prevalent crisis. I know we should respect each and everyone's perception, but how will you respect it if it can lessen the lives around you? We always say that prevention is better than cure. Well, in the end, we become slaves of our own desire. Smoking cigarette is one of the harmful desire of humankind. The CDC said that smoking your first cigarette is a choice. But do it in a second and third time? Not anymore. Tobacco has this nicotine. I always say, an addictive drug. Admit it or not, you're an addict. Tobacco has this nicotine. Once you're addicted, it's no longer a choice, rather a chemical compulsion. Taking cigarette is the same as taking illegal drugs, such as cocaine and heroin. Based on the study conducted by the World Health Organization, tobacco kills more than 7 million people each year, and 1.2 million of it is non-smoke. And innocent people who just want to survive this cruel world. Compare it to the people who died from AIDS, car accident, and murders. Tobacco has the highest rank among the others. This is how tobacco works in our everyday life. It's also including the high risk of developing lung cancer. A lung cancer, that is the cancer that very prevalent. It is really a choice, or it is a chemical compulsion? Well, let me tell you something, or should I say, an example for you to understand. Well, let's say you are my friend, and I told you the ridiculous story of my life. You laugh at it like there's no tomorrow. until I told you the same story again and you realize it is not funny anymore. The thing here is you choose to stop laughing at it because it was always the same. So tell me, why these smokers cannot get over or cannot choose to stop if they wanted to? It is because her body are get used to have this chemical. A chemical that very dangerous to our health. A dangerous chemical that can kill you and kills the people around you. Based on a study of the psychology today, most of the teens are attention seeker. They wanted a spotlight put in their faces. Teens are more likely to have their aspirations. One of the most achieving goals in this stage is smoke a cigarette. According to Surgeon General report, 9 out of 10 adult smokers started to smoke before they reach the legal age, which is 18 years of old. As a matter of fact, at the age of 18 and below, the real goal is disobey rules coming from the elders and should be recognized by their fellows. That's why they smoke, to become a rule breaker, to become a center of the attention. They will come up to the statement like this: I smoke because I'm cool, break the rules. And it can encourage someone to smoke, plus the fact that they want to follow the current social trends. Ager, adolescents' friends' influence has a big role when it comes to smoking a cigarette. Mr. Steve Haas, a sociology, said that social influence really matters. A non-smoker can turn a smoking friends into non-smokers, or vice versa. It only means that friends have a big part on how to start and stop smoking cigarette. The difficulties in here is when you have a smoker friends and you as a non-smokers can be a smoker too. There is some instances that will encounter you as a person. You will encounter the problem. And to ease the pain in your chest, you will tell them about it. And due to the fact that they are smokers, you can expect them to listen to your rants. Rather, they will give you the fastest solution to recover. They will go to the statement like this: you want to forget that? Take this cigar. And that's it. You'd become a prison of finite solution. Influence of friends are the most high risk factor in teen years. They will take you from either good or bad. Curiosity will kill you. Coming from the book entitled Hell University by Night in Black. Are you one of those people who wondering why smokers smoke but don't want their children to smoke? Based on a statement from Mr. Alan Carr, a parent smoker thought that they are fell into a trap and they don't want their children to fall into the same trap due to the fact that it's just your curiosity. That's why you try to smoke. But your body will look for it and you can help but taste it again. The addiction will grow until you have you don't have a choice, but you keep the stick of cigarette beside you. You just realize that you deceive by your own satisfactions. It was just like you go into a maze hoping that there's an exit, but you came up for nothing. The only thing you can do is keep running until your last breath. Let yourself driven by your own desire. It is a trap. Why these people become attached to smoking? Dr. Judson Brower studies tells that we have their circulation of addiction, which have its three categories: trigger, behavior, reward. Then repeat. He also said that if there's something that can fulfill your desire, your body sends a signal to our brain saying, remember what is it and where you found it. Studies show that trigger is craving for something despite of having a bad effect to your body. Behavior is when you come up to the conclusion that your action can make you popular by following the social trends. The last but not the least is reward. It is the fulfillment feeling when you did everything you want. Everything you want. Those three will definitely put you in danger due to the lacking of attention of your family. Like if you're tasting alcohol and cigarette can feel you good and can comfort you. Why don't you do it when you're stressed and you're not feeling well, right? You simply realize that these comforting habits can make you feel better. And you just need to do it again if you're not feeling well. As a matter of fact, it can lead to unintentional acts because the more you repeated those acts, the addiction will grow. In general, smoking cigarette are not a useful tool to avoid this cruel reality. Remember that there are some people who willingly give their hands to save you by your own mistakes. Desire is something you want. Strongly you want. Why don't you have that desire for your fortune instead of having a desire to smoke a cigarette? Have a great mind and mouth that will talk with worthiness. People are become blind to this crisis. They choose to believe to the people around them and join their foolishness. I just don't think trend braces is a heartfelt. Or do you really think that these praises coming from those people are worth it? Stop kidding yourself that smoking isn't harmful. Stop kidding yourself that your friends doesn't influence you. Stop kidding yourself that this world doesn't influence you. Stop kidding yourself to cover up your mistakes. I know it was hard. It was hard to quit. But you should keep trying. I know it was hard to control your curiosity to your surroundings. But then you should keep trying. You must not forget these 3 words that I will say today. It is inspired by Mr. Judson Brower. I called it MIHA. Mind, heart, and action. If you use your mind over your curiosity or triggered, the taste of cigarette is just like a mud. Because your mind says that it has a lot of toxins that can harm your body. Be mindful to your every movements. And if you use your heart, it will tell you what the right thing to do even if you're stressed. Compare it to your prefrontal cortex that controls your behavior but shut down when you're stressed. Heart is more useful. But the last thing I will tell you is why action is more important than reward. Because action with mind and heart are one of the best movement that humans can do. Tobacco doesn't care if you are lying to your bed, but your family and friends are. All those pain and sweat due to stopping yourself from smoking and curiosity will give you a reward, and that is the vivid tomorrow with your loved ones. Thank you.